So the limitations of Bitcoin are really the heavy proof of work and the algorithm and the consensus. It doesn't have that much data to store stuff within the code. Bitcoin has its place. Interoperability is really around the enterprise permissioned blockchains, but then you need to then bridge the enterprise world with the public permissionless. And so you like to bridge Hyperledger to Bitcoin to do settlement. You might bridge Quarter into Bitcoin or Ethereum to do that as the same thing. So they have their place, and it's more cryptocurrency focused rather than blockchain technology focused. Because if you need to do something fast, you don't use Bitcoin.
Hi, it's MindCrypto here. I hope we're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world.
Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research.
Quant is Bitcoin with utility. Hi, MindCrypto here. I hope we're having a wonderful day. And before I start, please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. Also, any of the information I give today, none of it is financial advice. I'm just a guy in a room chatting about the news and chatting about Quant. So, Quant, what are we looking at? Rank 37, market cap 1.21 billion, total volume 34 million, and we are up in the hour 0.4 and during 0.4 in the day, and in the week 0.7. Down in the month 1.7% and still up in the year 75.3%. So we're going to do something a little bit interesting today. So I saw a tweet the other day with regards to what will the value of Quant be? Now, I always think about that, and I think everybody does because we all sort of speculate to what we think personally it's going to be. And now, you can go over to here. You can look at the market cap of Quant versus Bitcoin. A lot of us believe that Quant is Bitcoin with real use case. So it has utility. So if Quant was to actually hit a market cap of the current price of Bitcoin, we'd be looking at $38,812. So if Quant was to get to BTC's all-time high, we'd be looking at 88,457.80 cents. Now that's massive, and that's assuming that Quant can get to a market cap of 1.28 trillion. Now these are quite basic. There are ways of being able to really look at the price, and what I wanted to do was go over the wisdom of crowds. And this will be short, so bear with me, bear with me. So the wisdom of crowds is an idea that large groups of people are collectively smarter than individual experts when it comes to problem solving, decision making, innovating, and predicting. The idea is that the viewpoint of an individual can inherently be biased, whereas taking the average knowledge of a crowd can result in eliminating the bias or noise to produce a clearer, more coherent result. And the theory is often applied to financial markets to show why markets, in some instances, operate efficiently and other times inefficiently. Market participants in the crowd need to be diverse and have an incentive for markets to function efficiently. So the takeaways we got from here: wisdom of crowds refer to the idea that large groups of people are collectively smarter than individuals. Now we'll stick with that. Now, this is the tweet I'm talking about. Now, this is a very small selection of people. We're talking 73 votes, and we're talking from the value of 0 to 10,000 plus. And we've got a tiny sort of group of people. Now, imagine if we could have a group of people with 100,000 people, 1,000,000 people, all throwing in what they think a price is. And obviously here, these aren't definitive on each person's single price because they're sort of values of 0 to something, or 5,000 to something, and 10 plus. We're just going to have a bit of fun with it. And now I wanted to play with this information, so I did a little calculation based on this information. So what first of all I did was I looked at the current price, so 0 to 2,499. So what I did is I halved that and used 1,249, so bang in the middle. And I've done that with every single value here, if you can see there. So for the 10,000 plus, because I followed the same sequence, I did 15,000, right? Because I'd assume that, but there could be bigger prices. People may think this is going to what the market cap of is and all the rest of it. That's fine. So what I needed to do was work out the percentage. So the percentage within the group, so 31% would be 22.995 people, 17.8 would be 12.994 people, and so on as we go down. So then what we do is we take each of these values. Remember, this is just a mean average. I'm just using this as a bit of fun to show you how you can use the wisdom of crowds and how knowledge and data is so important. And a lot of the blockchains do use this AI, sort of the wisdom of crowd, to be able to use it as a consensus. So if we got this first group, total value would be 28,732, second group 48, and so on, until we get a total value of 466,731. Then all we do is divide that by 73, and this group, going by this particular data, which is a very small group, 73, the price would be 6,393 by 2025. Now, yeah, it may be a tiny group and this may be completely off, but when you use that data collectively as a group, the wisdom of crowds, we could actually get that number. So what I'd like you to do is why not put your number in the comments and what you think it could be. Now, it doesn't matter. Now, I've done this sort of thing before, and some people throw in stupid numbers. You know, it could be, it's going to 0, or some people say £1 million, but we still want those numbers because it's the bias. We've got to work with those numbers, and eventually we get down to a mean average where the number will be cleverly worked out as the wisdom of crowds to that number. I'm not saying we're going to be able to get that number, and obviously we're not all experts, so we will put that. Remember, none of this is financial advice. This is just a bit of fun and to get you to understand how we could come to a price. And I could have probably scrolled through the whole of Twitter and looked at every single number, but I don't have that. And I'm sure maybe AI could do that for me and actually calculate me a price where it may be going. So that's just really, really interesting, and how collective the consensus can come to a value, and this is used. This is what we're up against, guys. When working out values, people will have this information readily available, and this is just a small group of people, 73 people, that have come up with, using the information within that to get to a price of 6,393 per quant. Again, it is what it is, and just a bit of fun. Put your comment down below what you think the price of Quant will be in 2025. Please remember, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any further videos, and I will catch you later.
Remember, this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research.